just off there. Air ball for Jackson. Now it's Sanborn and Wilmington, and Earlham, excuse me, has possession of the ball here. Bonin with the ball, gets a screen. It's out for three, and it is good. Three-pointer from Thomas Sanborn. That makes the score now 27-18, Wilmington over Earlham. Earlham scored the last 5 points here. Earlham goes back to the man-to-man. Smith with the ball. He's got a little driving lane here. He takes it out to Jackson for three again. And bingo! Jackson with a three-pointer. Gotta love the confidence there. He just airballed one in about the same spot, and this time, nothing but cotton. Here we go into the break here. We have Wilmington up 30-18 with 6:14 to go in the first half. As I think Coach Hunt called a timeout on that one, I believe. Bonin with the ball. Mullins defending. And he goes all the way to the lane. A nice floater there by Bonin there. Blake Bonin. That was a really nice shot right there. Just got by his defender and put it over Canoe there, who went for the shot blocking attempt. And Wilmington throws it away. So let's see if Earlham can get a little bit of momentum here. Bonin handling it. He gets it around, passes it around. There's a shot by Sanborn, and it is good. So Earlham putting on a little bit of a run here, a little 10-3 run here on Wilmington. Now you can see the confidence growing from Earlham. I think they figured out the full court press a little bit. Mansfield with the drive, goes to Dato. It is fumbled around here. Dato with the ball. Canoe with a couple jab steps, and he shoots. And it is off. And that is a shot clock violation there by Wilmington. Just great defense by Earlham. It's the first time of the game here. You see Wilmington not playing very strong. It looks like Earlham's kind of the aggressor right now, playing with a little bit more confidence. See if this full court press, if Wilmington can get a little deflections or steal here. Earlham circles the ball around. The post feed out. And it is missed and cleared by Wilmington as they look to push here. Smith with the ball. Goes to Mullins. Nice cut from Dato. Just misses, and it's cleared by Earlham's Connor Hubbard. And there's a three-pointer there. Sanborn again with another three. He's hit a few this half so far. And Earlham has cut it down to 4. It is now 30-26, Wilmington on top of Earlham. Canoe with the ball, passes it to Dato. Smith for three, and it is off again and cleared by Hubbard. Earlham really settling down here. Another screen from Bonin. He swings it out to Sanborn, who's been a hot hand here lately. They swing it back out. Here's Barnes here, who's been kind of slow in the early goings. Three on the shot clock here. Barnes attempts, and he hits. Earlham really showing some great progression here, and they are fired up. Swinged out here, we have Smith, wild shot there. It goes back to Smith. Great pass there by Canoe, and Smith hits it and one. There's a huge play there by Wilmington. As clearly looks like Earlham kind of has momentum right now. That was a great play there by Canoe, and then a great finish by Smith there. It's now the 7th foul on Earlham. So we get an array of substitutions here. We have Matt Smith back in the game for Wilmington. Smith just off, and Smith gets the rebound. And it is deflected here, and Earlham has a break. Goes to Barnes, and he loses it. Getting a little sloppy here in Herman Court. Both teams are kind of fumbling the ball around. Now Jackson Todd substituting in for Smith here. Here's Hubbard. And he makes a move, gets his own rebound, and he puts it up and gets fouled by Dado. Hubbard really using a 6'10" frame there. Getting an aggressive take in the post. And see how many fouls that is on Dado. That is Dado's 2nd foul here, Wilmington's 5th. Hubbard hits the first one. Obviously, if you can get Hubbard going for Earlham, that'd be a huge advantage, as he's this 6'10" frame and build. There's really no one that can guard him here on Wilmington's team. So our tallest player, Wilmington's tallest player, is 6'6". And he makes it, and now it's 32-31 Wilmington with 2:47 to go in the first half. Todd with the ball at the top of the key. He drives, splits the 2-3 zone. Out to Jackson for 3, and another three-pointer for Deshaun Jackson. Really good look and take by Todd there. Wilmington kind of sets back here on their full court press, wasting a little bit of time on the shot clock. White handles, goes around, and he puts it in. That time he just went around Mansfield there. And no rim protection there for Wilmington, no help side. Ball's out to Todd again, and this time he travels. That time I think he just got a little bit too ahead of himself there. Kind of freaked out when he saw his pass wasn't open originally. So now we have 35-33 Wilmington. Bonin with the ball. It's another screen. There's Hubbard, and he puts it in. It's not good enough communication there by Wilmington, but a great play by Earlham. They've really got a couple of these pick and rolls working here lately with Bonin and Hubbard. Mansfield with the ball, passes it to Todd, into Dado. He's got the ball at free throw line, passes it out to Jackson. It's out to Mansfield. He lets it fly and misses. And it's rebounded by Hubbard again. Hubbard's really had some good minutes here. He didn't have a ton in the early portion of the game, but now that he's in, he's making a huge impact. Here's White with a shot. He's way off. Cleared by Jackson. Dado here in the post. Passes it out to Matt Smith. And he hits a shot. Beautiful mid-range jump shot there from Matt Smith. Getting in his range a little bit. That was a beautiful shot there. Now it's Sanborn. He passes it out to White, who goes back to Barnes. And it is off by White. Jackson with another rebound. Goes into Jackson Todd, out to Noah Dato, and he hits a shot. Now it's 39-35 Wilmington. There's 20 seconds on the clock now. Wilmington's crowd is starting to get into it a little bit more. Good defense by Todd there, and it is off. Really aggressive defense by Todd there on Barnes. Forces the turnover. Now 10.8 seconds on the remaining in the first half. Manfield gets the ball here to Peyton Smith, who's gonna let it roll. Passes it out to Mansfield. Earlham switches. Smith gets it into Mansfield, and it's in. So Wilmington leads here 41-35 here in the first half. And a good little run here for Wilmington to end the half. It looked like Earlham was getting a little bit of momentum there in the second portion of the first half. But Wilmington with a nice 6-0 run to close. Take a little break here. Get ready for the second half here coming in about 15 minutes from now. This is Austin Wampler speaking. This is Wilmington College basketball. So we bring you back here to Herman Court here. We have Wilmington leading 41-35 over Earlham here at halftime. And when you look at the stats here, as I got my stat sheet, you see obviously for Wilmington the leading scorer is Jeffrey Mansfield, who had an incredible first half, 18 points with 8 for 10 from the field. And he also had 1 rebound and was 2 for 3 from the three-point line in 19 minutes of play. And then also for the Quakers, your other player in double digits was Deshaun Jackson, who had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block at halftime in 16 minutes. For Earlham here, the leading scorer was actually Thomas Sanborn, who came off the bench, had 12 points on a perfect 4 for 4 shooting from the three-point line. The big scoring machine for Earlham, Jamel Barnes Jr., only has 5 points on 2 for 5 shooting in 20 minutes. And Wilmington's really done a really good job on him so far, only allowing him the 5 points. He's really been overall a non-factor in this game. But as you go into the second half here, obviously a big thing that stands out is Mansfield has 2 personal fouls for Wilmington. So you'll look for Earlham to drive and attack him here in the second half, as it'd obviously be a huge help if they got 3 fouls on him. Also in foul trouble here for Wilmington, Noah Dado has 2 fouls. And then for Earlham, Kenneth Stalling has 2 fouls. So does Cheney Zolman, also has 2 fouls. And John Sakaleros also has 2 fouls for Earlham. And obviously when you look at the first half here, it was kind of a tale of 2 halves, really. Wilmington had the largest lead, as they had a 15-point lead there in the first half. And then Earlham came on at the end of the half, tied it, and then Wilmington had a 6-0 run to lead the half there at the end. But when you look at the main keys to the game there, as I said, Wilmington's normally averages 11 turnovers per game. Right now they have 3 steals so far in the early goings, and Earlham has been turnover prone early in their games, and they only have 4 turnovers. So Earlham definitely taking care of the ball really well. The first half, first portion of it, they look a little sped up, but then they look to settle down more at the end of the half, see how they come out in the second half. And obviously with Wilmington, if you're Coach Hunt, kind of the aggressiveness I felt like wasn't quite there in the second portion of the second half. So obviously he's probably looking to dial up a little bit more pressure, force a little more turnovers on Earlham this first half, or in the second half. When we look from the field here, so far we have Earlham shooting 44.8% on total field goals, but they're shooting 6 for 12, which is 50% on three-pointers. And they've only gotten to the line 4 times and connected on 3 of those attempts. Then Wilmington so far is 16 for 29 total field goals. And then for three-point field goal percentage, they are 4 for 11, so 36% so far. Very respectable for them. As we talked about, needed to increase that three-point percentage a little bit more today, as they only shoot 24% from the year, and 4 for 11, 36% is an obvious improvement on that. And they are 5 for 7 in the first half on free throws. We look here, we got the points in the paint. Wilmington has 20 and Earlham has 12, so Wilmington obviously with their aggressive style, looking to get down the court, has a lot of points in the paint. Earlham been more of a three-point shooting team so far earlier in the first half, especially Sanborn knocking down 4 of them. So they have 12 points in the paint. And then bench points is a big one for Earlham, as they have 18 bench points so far. Obviously most of those led by Sanborn, but Wilmington has only 6 bench points so far. So look for the reserves to get a little bit more points here in the second half for Wilmington. Now we're back to action here, as we have Stalling inbounding the ball. He feeds it to Barnes, who will look to get going here. Look for Earlham to run a play for him early, as he you think needs to get going here. There's a pass for Stalling, and he lays it in. Nice pass from Bonin there. And Earlham's on the board here early in the second half as Wilmington is up 41-37. Now it's looking like Earlham's going to a little 1-3-1 here. See how Wilmington handles this. New look here. Passes it around. Colin Myers for three, and he has got it. And that is Colin Myers' first 3 points here in the first half. His first field goal attempted in the game. So Colin obviously has 2 blocks so far. The leading shot blocker in the game, so he's had a presence, but this is his first time really felt on the offensive end here. Earlham comes around. It's a miss, and then a putback there by Stalling. So now it's 44-39 Wilmington here. And there's a throwaway by Smith. So far it's looking like Earlham's getting a little bit in the Wilmington's head here. Here comes the run and jump here by Wilmington. Bonin with the ball. Goes out to Barnes. Gets a little pick and roll with a nice left hand over Canoe. Really nice take by Barnes there. It is still a 5-point game now as Wilmington is up 46-41. Jackson drives out to Myers again for three, and he hits again. Colin Myers getting going, already has 6 points here in the early goings in the second half. Wilmington relaxes here a little bit in their pressure defense. Earlham, obviously, as we talked about, handling the pressure well so far. Collision there, and there's a feed, and it is deflected out as Bonin tried to get that one in, thread the needle there to Cheney Zolman. Still Earlham ball here. Passes it out to Zolman. So he's got a little isolation here. So he goes in. And a strong finish with his left hand there over Canoe. Really nice take by Zolman there, as it looks like Earlham just kind of cleared out the side there. And Zolman responded with the 2 points. Here's a pass by Mansfield, gets deflected. And then there's a block shot here by Earlham and a steal. So far, Wilmington looks a little bit out of sorts here the second half. Couple sloppy plays. There's Bonin out to Stalling. And it's good. Earlham's closed the deficit to 1 here, 47-46. And Bonin with a strong drive to the right there, dish it out. And an early timeout here by Coach Hunt in the second half. So he calls a 30-second timeout. We now have a score of 47-46, Wilmington over Earlham with 17:03 left in the second half. So far we just see Wilmington kind of being a little sloppy with the ball here. Earlham capitalizing on that. Turning turnovers into points here. Stallings really looked sharp here in the second half as he has several points here for the Earlham hustling Quakers. Earlham now in a 2-3 zone. See how Wilmington attacks to this. Changing defenses here by Earlham. Mansfield with the ball. He attacks, dribbles in. And there's an assist for Mansfield as Peyton Smith knocks down that three-pointer. That's what we got to do with that 2-3 zone. You got to drive and kick, and beautiful drive there by Mansfield. Jump stop. Found Smith. There's Bonin with another nice pass. And this feed goes to John Sacaleros with another bucket here. And Bonin really making some nice plays here in the second half. Myers for three again, just off this time. And the ball will go to Earlham. So we now have a score of 50-48. Wilmington up on Earlham. 16-12 to go in the second half. Wilmington getting the crowd into it a little bit. And there's a block there by Canoe, and it's wrestled back. And Zolman finishes. Zolman wouldn't give up on the play there. Had a couple attempts at it, and then finally finished there with a foul. Really nice play by Zolman here. So it is now tied at 50. If Zolman makes this free throw here, this will be Earlham's first lead of the game here. As Wilmington had a 15-point advantage in the first half, and Earlham's been on the run ever since. It's looking like looking like Earlham's going back to that 1-3-1. And Wilmington capitalizes on that. Peyton Smith knocked down another three here. Barnes with the ball. Here's another pick and roll, and a nice feed there, and it is in for Earlham. Another basket from John Sacaleros now. Another feed there. A good look from Cheney Zolman. Here's Canoe with a drive, and he gets fouled by Zolman. So we now have a tied game here at 53, 15:02 to go. As Canoe looks to shoot 2 free throws. That is the second personal foul on Zolman. As Canoe misses the first. Now we have Noah Dato coming in. Aaron Mullins checking in as well for Wilmington. Canoe with the second shot, and he hits it. Now he is coming out, and Jackson Todd is replacing him. Wilmington sits back. Now they're going to switch up defenses here. Appears to be in a 2-3 zone. There's a pass in to Barnes, and he just misses. Wilmington clears. Really nice look there. They got the ball in the short corner by Earlham. Couldn't finish, though. Here's a cut by Mansfield, and he gets it up and in. Nice look by Peyton Smith there. Finds a cutting Mansfield, and he makes the nice